Hey guys, today I want to show you how I debugged into a very puzzling problem with Cursor. In api.epom.com, we have a process called reindexing. It goes through a sequence of steps, okay? Now, I'm right now in hindsight. I already know what the problem was, so it's easy for me to explain. When I saw the problem happening, I did not remember all the details, okay? But I'll walk you through now with my understanding. We will create new index in OpenSearch. We will also record that we are starting reindex. We're going to disable refresh on the index to speed up the process of data ingest. And we create a DynamoDB table, which we need for change detection. When we create the table, we create the table itself, we set the TTL on the table, and then we attach the table to a Lambda function. Well, we attach the table's stream to a Lambda function that will watch changes as they happen and report them to our consumers, okay? So here's the problem that I was facing. When I start reindex process, it goes through that sequence of creating an index, locking the process, creating a table, enabling TTL, and then it goes into a rollback. It starts deleting what it has created, it cleans up after itself, and records an error that looked very cryptic to me. Okay, like I'm looking at it, I have no idea what's going on. Like I'm not doing any function calling, I'm not invoking anything, that much I remember. I can tell it's a SDK error because of sort of how the error looks like, but that's it. And I was quite, stunned. And here's what I did. I went to my Cursor and I described the problem, okay? I did tell it that I'm quite puzzled. I said that here's what I'm doing. I'm starting a reindex sequence, and I'm going to give you the logs of the sequence so that you can read into it and try to understand what it is, because I have no idea, okay? I gave it logs because I knew that by reading the logs, it can find places in my code base where we log those things and can reconstruct the sequence. So here's what it did. It actually thought for 20 seconds. That's quite a lot as far as thinking goes. It reconstructed the sequence from the logs. You can tell it by just looking at these 5 steps. And then it very carefully read the code, okay? And it tells me, after it has read the code and did some Google searches, that, you see it searched the web. It tells them that likely what's happening, I don't have the Lambda function that I'm trying to attach my DynamoDB event stream to. That was easy for me to check. I went and I checked, and indeed, I don't have it. And the reason I don't have it is because something changed to how we deploy the Mana repo, either my NX configuration or my GitLab configuration, and that stack has not been deployed. So I saved myself. I don't know how much time, maybe an hour, maybe 2. I would have arrived at this understanding if I went scrolling through the code base myself and reading and finally thinking that, well, maybe this specific operation that I'm running here will fail if I don't have that function. Anyway, thanks to Cursor, I spent 20 seconds of its thinking time to arrive at that understanding. Thank you very much.